Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, it is so rocking to be back with you guys. Well, here I am. I'm looking at my newest little toy. How you like this? I got a beautiful little shiny silver stars. You know, I've been buying stars all week. I'm just in my star collecting mode. I saw this at the dollar store. You know, I love the dollar store. And I said, it's silver. It's a 5-pointed star. It's sparkly and shiny. It's got Psychic Bob's name all over it. So this came home with me. And I've been enjoying, especially today on Wiccan Wednesday. You know, on Wiccan Wednesday, I always think about the beautiful Wiccan symbols and the mysteries of the faith. And, you know, I've got stars all over my house, like my stars back here. I got this, and I have the other stars I showed you earlier in the week from my other videos. So I'm having a lot of fun with this. And I just wanted to share it with you. Well, I tell you, have I got a treat for you guys today. We're going to have major show and tell, and you got to see what I got. You know, we have some amazing people here at Spirit Channel. And one of my friends here, her name is Darlene Weinbrener. Darlene's been a regular, watches all the time, comments, has really interesting thoughts and discussions. And Darlene sent a package to me. And I was a little delayed in getting it because I haven't been at my office regularly. Sometimes I'm down and I do in person. Sometimes I work at home and I do phone readings or Skype. So I'm around, but I hadn't been to my office and I didn't get down there before Halloween. But I got a wonderful treat that came. I only wish I'd been there to get it earlier. But Darlene, I did get there and get it. And I am so excited. And you guys, you got to see this. Darlene made some beautiful presents for me. She's a wonderfully gifted artisan, and she has her own shops on Etsy and I think eBay as well. Darlene, I gotta get your eBay shop. I don't think I have that. But anyways, I'll put the links to Darlene's channel and her shops below. I think you guys want to definitely go over and check out her stuff. But she sent me some amazing stuff. And I already opened it because I was so excited. But I'll reopen it in a sec. So I got this big box, and when I opened it, there was all this paper in it. And as I dug into the paper, one of the things that came up was this. Look at this, guys. Is this cool? It's a sign that she made for me. It's got me, it says, Lord Robert Hickman. And she put on it, look, the beautiful pentacle. I'm crazy about this. And it's got the elements, earth, air, fire, and water, the seasons, spring, summer, winter, fall. All of that's in that pentacle. And look at the precious little cat. I just love it. Oh my God, I just love it. Over here's a mystical tree with an owl. Oh, and I'm crazy about owls. Look at that. Can you see that, guys? And it's like 3-dimensional. And then a beautiful moon glowing. And a beautiful sky and a purple and orangey sunset. I just think it's lovely. Darling, this is really, really special. I'm going to say thank you. I love it. You know, maybe we'll put it back here. That may be kind of nice to put there. I'm going to have to play with this. But I love it. So, Darlene, thank you. I am crazy about it. Well, you know, guys, this was so amazing. And I thought, oh, my God. Well, then I discovered there was more in the box. And let me show you what else I got. Oh, my God. Well, I had to unwrap it because it's kind of large. But there was all this tissue paper in here, which I think is cool. I love the paper. You know, I save paper. Y'all like that? When I was a kid, my mother used to save paper. I think that's where I got it from. You know, she said, don't throw that away. You might need it. Well, you know what? I'm a pack rat. And today I have hundreds of papers. But I do love this. It says, Happy Halloween on it. Oops, I got it upside down. Happy Halloween. It's got little black cats chasing spiders. I think it's cute as all. So I love the paper. Paper alone's a great gift. If you ever want to just send me paper, you know, I'm happy with that. I am. But inside of that paper was a beautiful treasure. I mean, you guys see this. Darlene made this for me by hand. Hold on, let me get it up here. She made me my very own witch house. Isn't that amazing? Oh my God. And you guys got to really look at this because she didn't miss a trick on this. First of all, it's a purple house, which she knows I'm crazy about purple. And Darlene, believe me, This is like a house I would live in. It's definitely a purple house. Actually looks kind of English looking. I used to live in England. I think it's very British, so I'm going to call this my English house. And oh, it's just great. She's done a whole diorama around it. So see, you've got the yard around the house. Now here's a little, like a gate, a little side fence, and she's got mushrooms growing here. And then she's got a vine that wraps up around the house and goes all the way. Yeah, and it's got cobwebs going around it. And there are little charms inside the vine. Like here's a little moon with some cats in it. Or, yeah, cats. Bats, excuse me. I think it's a moon with some bats. Yeah, moon with some bats. Then we got a big spider up here. Oh, I'm scared of spiders. And then we got over the house, the sun and the moon floating like it's over the roof of the house, shining down rays. Is that amazing or what? And then when you go up here to the house, it's got a little skull and crossroads up at the attic. That's a protection side. See, like I would actually put something like that on my house. So this really is like a house I would live at, I swear to God. You know, and then you got a ghost. Now, you know, that's probably Fletcher right there because, you know, I'm not going to live in a house unless I have at least one spirit present. And then it's got a beautiful sign down here by the front door. I don't know if you can see it. It says, what does it say? Welcome. It says welcome. And it's got a witch hat on the corner of the sign. Like I'm walking in, prop my hat up. It's got a beautiful, look on the door. It's got a number. It says, let's see what the number is. I can't see it. 212. Oh, that's really good. Now that's numerological because that's the number 5. 2 and 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So, or is it 222? I don't know. It's 222. I can't read. I think it's 222. Either way, I love it because I like triple numbers like that. And then it's got Lord Bob written on the door. And it's got a cat here. Look at this. I got some gravestones in the yard. And look at this. This is precious. A cauldron with a broom in it. Is that not great? And then up here, you can see it's the broom's got a little red tie around it. And I just think it's precious. Then over on the side here, we've got some firewood stacked. You see, to run the cauldron. The cauldron's it's got flames. There's the firewood. There's some more plants that I'm growing around the house and vines. Oh my God. You can see it's got the full yard around it. Oh, here's another thing, a book of shadows. I don't know if you can see that. It says book of shadows there. Or it says magic spells, excuse me. What's a book of shadows? Magic spells. Darlene, I love this. This is so cool. I think I'm going to put this on my fireplace mantle in my dining room area. I just love it. But anyways, guys, I had to show this to you. Darlene, these gifts are just beautiful. And you know, guys, if you want, I bet you Darlene would make one of these for you. I'm sure her prices are really good on them. And this is her business, so she will charge you. But, I mean, they're one-of-a-kind artworks. So, Darlene, make sure to get me your shop names. I'm going to put the links in the box below. I love it. I just love it. Oh my God, these are beautiful. And the detail, guys, you can't imagine. I mean, there's so much, it's hard to describe here, but she even paints each of the steps up to the house is hand painted. I mean, just details, like little, the more you look at it, the more you see in this house. But she got me made me a beautiful witch house. It's Lord Bob's house. I tell you, that's the house I live in, you know. Do you guys remember Mr. Rogers? Do you remember he had the neighborhood of make-believe and you would go into it in the show, into the little houses in the neighborhood of make-believe? Well, this is kind of like would be in the neighborhood of make-believe because this is Lord Bob's house, you know, in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I don't think any of the houses in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood were quite as cool as this one. I love it. Darlene, this is a real treat. Oh my God, I love this. Question, Darlene, this was kind of bent, so I don't know if it's supposed to be straight or stay bent. I didn't want to bend in case I broke it, so I started to straighten it. I said, I better wait and ask you. So tell me how it's supposed to be, because I can make it go up, or maybe it's supposed to be bent. I don't know. I thought it might be supposed to be bent, because so the sun and the moon are kind of over the house. Anyways, I don't know. I like it either way. I think it's cool. So, guys, there you go. Darlene, I love you. Thank you. These are treasured items. Oh, one thing, Darlene, I was going to tell you. There was one other thing, two other things in the box. There was this little man. He looks like a zombie type man. And a little pumpkin. I think these got broken off in transit. So I don't know where they go. I guess I put them somewhere on the house. But maybe you want to tell me about these, okay? Anyways, I hate to say it, but you know our mail service where I live is terrible. And they were pretty rough on the package. But that's the only thing that broke. Thank you. Also, Darlene sent me a beautiful card. Darlene, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to read this. I don't think it's too personal, as you would mind. This is lovely envelope. It says Psychic Bob on it. Oops, can't see it. Psychic Bob. And then look at the beautiful flowers. Isn't that lovely? And there was this beautiful card. A lot of glare here. Card inside. And it says, friends are flowers in the garden of life. Darling, this is nice. And it's beautiful inside. You can see it, guys. There's always glare on this. But see, it's got the beautiful garden with the flowers. And she wrote me a lovely note here. I'm going to go ahead and read this because I think this is very sweet. And she writes, Dear Bob, I wanted to send you these gifts for a while now. You do so many wonderful things for so many. It makes me happy to put these together for you. I make all kinds of plaques and birdhouses and sell them on Etsy, at Treasure Door, and eBay. So I guess that's her shop. It's at Treasure Door and eBay. I also sell at local candle shops. I hope it is not broken when it reaches you, as it is delicate. I will wrap it in bubble wrap. I enjoy listening to your videos every night. You've become like an old friend. Sincerely, Darlene Weinbrener. Darlene, thank you. I feel the same. I feel you're a friend too. This is the wonderful thing about Spirit Channels, that we all come together and we all do wonderful things here. You know, I'm so blessed. So many of you have been so kind. I actually been getting a lot of mail, and I actually have more presents to show. So for some of you others have sent me presents, I am getting to you. I've just been a little overwhelmed. But I am going to show some more of my presents here in the next few weeks. So definitely keep watching, and I'll contact each of you. Can I ask you all a favor? Please, if you send me a present, please put your name and phone number in it, because I do get a lot of mail. People are amazed. I have at my office staff that are handling my packages, and it helps me to sort out the mail if I can have, you know, if you include your name and phone number so I know who you are. Because sometimes people send me presents and they just write, Love you, Psyche Bob, and then they put their first name like Janie or John or whatever, and I don't know who they are. They don't put their YouTube channel or their phone number. So some of you, I'm trying to get back to you. I'm trying to find you, but I'll be showing your presents soon too. You guys are the best. I tell you, I'm so blessed. Well, you know, it's Wiccan Wednesday, and I wanted to share with you just a little bit of a magical thought today also. As many of you know, I'm a member of the Fellowship of Isis. Now, before everybody freaks out, this is a pagan society out of Ireland. I have a former video about it, which I'll put the link below also. But the Fellowship of Isis is a group of people who engage in the study and worship of the great ancient mother, the goddess. And the head of the order was Lady Olivia Robertson. And her brother, I forget his first name, but he was known as the Baron of Strathlock. Irish family, British Irish, and they have a castle in Ireland, which is the headquarters of the Fellowship of Isis. Lady Olivia died just a few years ago, and it's very sad at her passing. She lived to be about 97 years old, I believe. She's a wonderful lady. I've read a lot of her books. But anyways, I have this one book that I dug out of my collection, and it's called Urania, Ceremonial Magic of the Goddess, and it's by Lady Olivia Robertson. And this is a picture of Isis on the cover. But she says in her order of the Fellowship of Isis that the goddess takes many forms, that all the goddesses are in fact emanations and aspect of Isis. And I tend to believe that as well. But she has different chapters to honor different goddesses. And this is a chapter, I won't read it all because it's a whole ritual. This is a ritual magic book where you actually coordinate a ritual and you have different people do different parts. Very theatrical, actually, but very effective magically. And this is chapter 4 called Lunar Magic of the Tides. And it's written like a play script. It has different parts. So like the first part is the priestess, then another part is read by the oracle, and then there are the magi's and the bards. So I'm going to read just a little bit of this of you today because I think it's wonderful. You know, we had the full moon back on the weekend on Saturday, and it was spectacular. And last night I went out walking, or not last night, the night before I went out walking, and there was this giant moon, and it was a waning moon. It was very dramatic looking. And it got me thinking about the moon magic and how I love the moon goddess. So I thought we'd have a little reading from this book and give you a little sense of the energy of Lady Olivia Robertson's writings. So this starts off in the ritual. The priestess starts and she says, Divine Artemis of the Golden Bow. And by the way, this ritual is for Artemis, the moon goddess, or Diana. Diana and Artemis are interchangeable names, but they use Artemis in this ritual. So the high priestess of the ritual starts off, Divine Artemis of the Golden Bow, whose silver arrows shoot into the brow of artist, poet, and lover, under whose powerful protection live stags and hinds, bears and wolves. Bestow on us thy inspiration. Give us understanding of all living creatures. Bring us in harmony with thy glorious nature. Remember us, though we have neglected thee. Then at this point, the oracle steps forward and does their part in the ritual. And the oracle says, and the oracle is somebody who speaks as the goddess. The goddess channels through the oracle. So this would be the goddess Artemis speaking through the oracle. You have done well. You have heard my demands. At the 11th hour you turn to my ways. Be confident and walk forth in hope for thousands of long earth years, which to the deities is but the passing of a moment. You have turned away from me in the pursuit of your own artifacts. And this was intended that you should learn the skills of Hephaestus the smith, and the high thoughts of my twin brother, Phoebus Apollo. But now, sated with your own mechanical toys, frightened by the nemesis of your own acts, you turn to me. In your wanton destruction of your fields and woods, you destroy yourselves. In the death of wild creatures, you injure your own existences. In your proud separation from nature, you alienate your souls. But you have turned to me. Know that nature also has a soul, that the earth is a living being, too mighty for you to understand, that every creature, every stick, every atom has its true being in the psychic realm over which I preside. All the nature that you perceive is a mirage of my true nature. You gaze at that which is before your eyes, yet this is a phantasm of all which truly lies behind you. You would follow my ways? Shut your eyes that you may see. The future you will know when you gaze upon the past, and so walk backwards to the future. Use your right hand for the day and the left hand for the night. Turn to the right for the gifts of my brother Phoebus of the sun. Turn to the left 3 times with your eyes closed, if you would travel to my moon. For my moon is not the moon you see, and my arrows are not only moonbeams, but rather the shining radiations of the Spirit. Treat my children of the wild with care and respect, not as pets, but as your equals. So you will be the friends of bats and toads and deer and of wolves, of foxes and badgers, of owls and snakes, and of my ethereal creatures that exist in the sphere of my moon, and are seen by your young children, who are not yet blinded and deafened by your ephemeral world. The key to my sphere is through reflection. Isn't that beautiful? And then the book goes on. Then they have like rituals that are done at the altar with candles and herbs, and then different parts are read. But that's just the beginning of this ritual called Lunar Magic of the Tides. And it's working with the goddess Artemis, goddess of the moon. So, you know, today as you go out, maybe where you are, you can see the moon. It's been cloudy here, but even if you can't see the moon, you know, find a piece of silver jewelry, or like I had, get the silver star in some way and reflect on the lunar energy of the shining silver. It reflects the power of the moon, and you'll connect to the moon mother for sure. Well, guys, listen, I'm going to keep it short. Thank you for being here today. You guys are wonderful. Big shout out again, hugs to Darlene Weinbrener. I love all my presents. Guys, if you get a chance, please go over to her stores. Check out her stuff. Pick up some treats for yourself. It's a wonderful time when you'll come in to get some gifts. Darlene, I'm sure, could hook you up with some nice stuff. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here. I love you. Sending my blessings. Listen, if you want to help me out, like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our channel. We'd love you to be here. You guys are the best. I love you. We'll see you back here tomorrow for Thursday, Vlog Thursday. We're going to have an adventure tomorrow, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll just have to tune in and see. So we'll see you here tomorrow. And until then, may each of you always blessed be.